First of all, we will pay utmost respects to our lineage gurus, to the Venerable Monk Liao Ming, to Master Sakya Tsung Kung, homage to His Holiness the 16th Karma Ba, and homage to Master Dukten Dorji. Homage to the main deity of Homa today, the greatest Golden Mother. Homage to the three jewels of the Avatar. Simu, all Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma instructors, Dharma assistants, directors of temples and chapters, all disciples present here and over the internet, and our participating VIPs today are and Madam to Ambassador Daniel Liao, the Taipei rep to Sweden and Norway, producers for Geni Diansang Sinten from CTI TV Taiwan, Dharma Sister Rebecca Shiachi, and the former director of Lotus Light Charity Society of Taiwan, Dharma Brother Kwan Te, Dr. Ryan Zhuang and Mrs. Zhuang, Dr. Su Lin, and the advisor to the Overseas Comparative Affairs of the Republic of China, Dharma Sister Winnie Che. Good afternoon, everybody. How do you do? From the Homa, we are able to predict the situation in the going back to Taiwan. From the very beginning, there would be obstructions and calamities. It is supposed to be a big calamity, but it becomes smaller and then becomes nothing. And then afterwards, everything will go smoothly until we come back here again. It's very interesting. When we perform Homa, the key are the two guardians, the helpers on the side. As I said last week, that today's Homa is about the premonition or the prediction. And at the beginning of Homa, the fire was about to extinguish and there's smoke appearing. So it meant that at the beginning of returning to Taiwan, there would be calamity. And then when we save it, it was taken care of and it becomes nothing. And then it becomes smooth afterwards. So the Homa was supposed to be 100, and then because of the obstruction at the beginning, so now the Homa is only 80, a score of 80. So that's why the two guardians on the site are extremely important. we cannot have any smoke whatsoever. It has to be just fire. But at the beginning, there was smoke, and so you have to be very critical, very fast, and you have to move really fast and eliminate the smoke right away. So that's very important. So the prediction today is that there would be some problem in the beginning, but then it is resolved and become very smooth until we come back. So we pray to the greatest Golden Mother to bless us so that our going back to Taiwan this time can be safe, auspicious, and goes according to our wishes, that everything can be resolved to our heart's content, and the journey of the Dharma propagation will go smoothly and safely, and all the sentient beings that will be saved and delivered, the merits of it will be given to Golden Mother. As you all know, performing Golden Mother's Homa today, I saw a photo and that scared me. Above Golden Mother's image, there are two images of Golden Mother. One is with the head crown, the other one is without the head crown. But when I look carefully at the crown ornament, it was Padma Kumara. Let me take a look. So this one here with Padma Kumara above. Who made this? So this is upside down. The other photo doesn't have that. So this one here has Golden Padma Kumara on top of Golden Mother. So this is not right. Because Golden Mother is Padma Kumara's yidam, how could you place Padma Kumara on top of Golden Mother? So this is impolite. So please don't use this one here, or you have to get rid of the Padma Kumara here or cover it up. So this Golden Mother also very beautiful, but the Padma Kumara on top should be covered or moved to the bottom, but this other one is okay. There is nothing on top of her head. So Golden Mother is the same as the 5 Dhyani Buddhas. It's the same position as 5 Dhyani Buddhas. So other than 5 Dhyani Buddhas, the 8 great Bodhisattvas, all Dakinis, all consorts, all wrathful seeds, they all have a deity above their heads, which mean which mean their origin. But the 5 Buddhas are the highest, so they don't need any deities on top of their crowns. So you can just place it on the sides. But today I noticed that Golden Mother's crown has Padma Kumara on it, so that's not right. So you cannot place Padma Kumara on top of a deity just as you like. That's not right. We know that the 5 Dhyani Buddhas are Vairocana Buddha, Akshoba, Tathagata, Amitabha Buddha, Ratnasambhava Buddha, and Amoghasiddhi Buddha. In Taoism, the 5 Buddhas are the 5 golden sages. At the center is the Huang Lao, or the elder yellow, the yellow elder. In the east is Mu Gong Sang Seng, or the wood head, or the Donghua Di Jun, which is the king of the east. And in the west is Golden Mother, and in the north is Sui Jin, is the water, and in the south is Huo De, which is the fire god. So those are the 5 elders of Taoism, and they correspond to the 5 elders of Buddhism. They occupy the same level. So Golden Mother is the great golden sage, and she's also the founder of True Buddha School. Without Golden Mother, there will not be True Buddha School. So I highly revere Golden Mother. The reason was the first golden sage that I encountered was Golden Mother. And I went to the Western realm, the place of Golden Mother. Golden Mother took a plate of 3 pills, and Jiu-sang took the black pill, which meant that she's to deliver the spirits, and I took the red pill to symbolize to widely deliver sentient beings. And there was a white pill, and she said that each of you can only take 1 pill. So Chiyo-san took the black one, I took the red one, and there's a white pill left. And she said, if you take the white pill, then you will cultivate spiritually deep in mountains, and you will gain great attainments in the future, and you would become sage without any attachment whatsoever. So had I taken the white pill, then I will go deep into the mountain all by myself until I have attainments. But I took the red pill, so I have to I have to deliver multitudes of sentient beings to widely spread the Buddha Dharma. and Chio-san took the black pill. And I don't know who took the white pill, because at that time Golden Mother took a plate with 3 pills on it, one red, black and white. So it is destined that you have to deliver multitudes of sentient beings. But widely deliver sentient beings is extremely difficult because there are so many hindrances and obstructions. Before one ends, another one starts. Before this one ends, another one starts. It's always like that. So the road of this deliverance of sentient beings is extremely challenging and difficult. At the beginning of True Buddha School, there were 2 groups of people who took refuge. The first group was in Taichung. That was Master Lian Huo, Lian Si, and Lian Zu. They were in Taichung. That was the first group. And the second group was in Changhua. So there's 2 groups. Lian Huo, Lian Si, Lian Zu are still here. And the group from Changhua were all gone. So from these 2 groups, one group has disappeared. So the Changhua group is gone. Now what's left is the Taichung group. Now we can say that this group was the oldest. When I was at the Yixing district or community, the 3 brothers came to see me, and the person who brought them to meet Grandmaster was Master Zheng Yixun from Cheng Yitang. The door at the Yixing Sechi, because they were in the furniture business, so the door to that Yixing Sechi was very thin, and they especially made a door for me and placed it on the door of my little small house. So that's at the Yixing Sechi, second road number 26. There was a very small house with two bedrooms and one living room and a kitchen. Ever since I left home, that was my first home that I and Sumu bought. I felt that was like a palace already, but the most expensive part of the house was that door that was given by Master Lian Huo, Lian Si, and Lian Zu. Their business, John Fine Furniture, and that was a very heavy and expensive door, but the house was no big deal. At that time, I didn't have any Leizang temple. I wanted to build a temple, So they made a 慈惠 Golden Mother. 慈惠meant Golden Mother, so it's like Golden Mother's Lei Zhang temple. Only this big, made of wood, carved from wood. It's like a model for a temple. It looked like a mountain, a temple. The only temple that belonged to me. So it's called 慈惠雷藏 Temple. Where is it now? At the Taiwan Temple, Taiwan Lei Zhang Temple. At that same place? That was the smallest Lei Zhang temple. And that was the temple. That small. It was my idea, and they built it. The three brothers, the three Chen brothers. So the eldest elder should be Master Lian Huo. How old are you now? 81. 81. And he's still flying all over to spread Buddha Dharma. So we can say that in his stamina and energy, his body is still good, and his face is full of color and brightness. I thought his vigor is still good. I don't think I would live to be 81. Let me say this first. But Golden Mother hasn't told me when I would leave. But my instinct is that when I'm 81, I will not be like Master Lian Huo. There's still a question whether I can live to be 81 or not. I speak truthfully. I'm not kidding. When I'm old, I would have some illness because that's my own karma. Although now my health is okay, but when I'm old, I will not be able, like he is, flying all over the place, all around the world, propagating Buddha Dharma. That would be impossible for me. It's like what they say, you know inside your heart. This is all I'm saying, because I never predict my own future. I never ask Golden Mother what my future holds, but this is my own instinct, my own feeling, that in the future I would be infected with illnesses. I don't know how long I would continue spreading Buddha Dharma, but I will do my best until I am unable to continue. Although I know the practice of mortality, immortality, or longevity, but I don't practice it all the time. This was my weak point. What is the longevity alchemy? First is you have to retain your cement. Your cement. You cannot leak any of your cement at all. And this part, I succeed in this part. It's not that now you're at 33, of course, but it's been long ago since I can retain my cement, my seminal flute. And the second point of the longevity alchemy is to take in the breath. You want the qi. You want to inhale a lot of qi, not just air, but the wisdom qi, which is the qi that has entered into the central channel. The more wisdom qi you have, the longer your life will be. So that's intake of the real qi. The real intake of qi is the deep breathing until it enters into Dantian and to make it into the wisdom qi. That's the second point. So intake of the qi, I already succeed in that too. One evening, the dance group invited her to go for happy hour, which was supposed to be for 1 hour. But what time did you come back? From 8:45 until about midnight, like almost 1 a.m. And during that period of time, I was seated on my own Dharma seat and I was practicing the intake of qi. Because she told me that she's going for the happy hour and I'll come back soon. From 8, 10, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the happy hour lasted 4 hours. And she said she was so happy chatting that time flies. It was almost 1. And I was seated all that long too, taking in the qi. So retaining the cement, intake of the qi, I completed all those. And the third is swallowing the saliva. So from the heavenly water that melts into your mouth, and then you brush it around your mouth until it's full, and then you follow it inside your body. So you swallow the fluid that flow from the heavenly pavilion water, and the mouth becomes the jade pond, and that's very precious and you need to swallow it. I don't have enough perseverance in this. I should do it every single day. You need to swallow the saliva every day. From 7, swallow 7 mouthfuls to 49 mouthfuls.
这一天打鱼啊，差不多6天啊晒网。
So, doing it for 1 day and resting for 6 days. I don't know why. So strange. I know that swallowing the saliva is very good for your body, and it is a very important part of the longevity alchemy. But I just cannot complete it for so many years. Until now, 73, I never do it continually for 1 year. Only from time to time I would think of it and then do it for that day. And then I would forget about it the following day. Somehow I just cannot continually do it. And then the other 3, which I cannot make it public. Otherwise you would live to be 100 or 200. That's the real longevity alchemy. So I only tell you 3. Retain the cement, take in the qi, and swallow the saliva. If you can do these 3, it's about half of the longevity. And you would live a long life already. If you cannot do any of these 3, then you would just be like a normal person. That I have succeeded in my retaining of the cement, of taking in the qi, but I haven't succeeded in swallowing the saliva, and I haven't done the other 3 either. I often say that although life is precious, as long as you live a rich life, that's good enough. You don't have to live a long life. Nagarjuna can live a long time. Guru Padmasambhava can live a long time, a very long time, because they both know, they both mastered longevity alchemy, and Grandmaster too. But Grandmaster hasn't done it. That I just haven't done the swallowing of the saliva, which I have to do every day. 7 to 49 mouthfuls that you have to do every day. But somehow I just don't spend the time on it. I use the time for something else. Actually, if you swallow the saliva for an hour a day, that would have been enough. That's part of the longevity alchemy. So Golden Mother is the king of the golden sages, the king of the sages. So if you read the legends of the gods or the legend of the sages, and first in line is Golden Mother of the primordial Jetpan. First in line is Golden Mother of the primordial Jetpan. So when I read the legend of the sages, the first one is Golden Mother. So any female sages, before they attain the sagehood to become sage, that they have to go to Golden Mother to show up, to report there. If you're a female sage, you have to go to Golden Mother first before you become a sage. And for the males, Yi Chen Jin, in the Huang Ting Jing, the sutra, Huang Ting Nei Jin Jing of Taoism, Ting and the inner sutra, outer sutra of the Huangting, of the yellow pavilion. And then the third sutra, which name I forgot, was transmitted by Yi Chen Jin, which was the Mu Gong San Seng, the Donghua Di Jun from the east, and Golden Mother of the west. And at the center is Huang Tu, and the north is Sui Jing, and at the south is Huo De. North is water, south is fire. So based on the 5 elements, why is she called the Golden Mother? Because the west belongs to the metal element, and the east belongs to the wood, so Mu Gong. And at the center is earth, and the north is the water, and the south is fire. That's why it's called the fire god and the water god. And inside our body there are these 5 elements. The 5, which are the metal, wood, earth, water, and fire. They are all inside your bodies. And Golden Mother was the greatest golden sage of the West. She's extremely great and highly revered. And she was that started me, opened my divine eye, and brought me to see my past lives. I saw Padma Kumara and Padma Kumara's Pure Land. Let me tell you, these were all truthful, nothing fabricated. After my divine eye was opened by Golden Mother, I returned to my serving team, my military dormitory at the Nanmenqiao, which don't exist anymore now. From 9 p.m. until 9 a.m. the following morning, I had visions. I went to heavens and to the earth and the 6 rebirth realms, and I saw my own Pure Land of Padma Kumara, the Mahat Twin Lotus Ponds. I also saw Padma Kumara. If Sengyen Lu's today has one false word, if I'm fabricating any of this, then I swear never to rise to the higher realm. If the starting point was not real, was not truthful, and if it was faked or fabricated to lie or to trick sentient beings, then Sengyen Lu will be written backward. But in America it is backward. So Lu Sengyen becomes Sengyen Lu. But what I'm telling you is truthful. So that's how it all started. Although after that I learned from gurus In Xun Dao Si, Dao An Fa Si, Le Guo Fa Si. They were my 3 gurus in Mahayana Buddhism. I took refuge in them and learned Mahayana Buddhism and Pure Land Buddhism, and I made Bodhisattva vows, and my gurus were and they will all have left the world. The three gurus for my bodhisattva vows. One is the elder Venerable Hui San, the elder Venerable Xuan Dun, and the elder Venerable Jie Guang from Hong Kong. They were my three precept gurus whom I received bodhisattva vows. So I had this precept marks on my arm at the Pisan Yen Temple in Nantou. So that's how the Buddhist study goes gradually and improving bit by bit. And the picture during my bodhisattva vow was quite good. I had a crew cut. So human life's like this. So Golden Mother started me on this path, and until now I still highly respect and revere Golden Mother. She is the only lineage root guru and my root yidam. That's why True Buddha School has Golden Mother. It doesn't exist in other schools. And in Taiwan, Golden Mother's temple, Tzu Hui Temple, are numerous and widely spread. But I highly respect Golden Mothers. My heart would never change. So on this picture here, you place Padma Kumara on top of Golden Mother. And when I saw that, I was shocked. So in the future, please take the Padma Kumara away. The rest is okay. So today we perform Golden Mother Homa, and I'm proud of Golden Mother. She's really great. She's really remarkable. In my faith, my yidams and my gurus, I would highly respect. I always say, Golden Mother, please be in charge. Golden Mother, please help me. Because on earth, the one who truly respect and revere you is Lu Seng Yen. I don't dare to say that I'm the most respectful one. I also respect Amitabha Yidam and Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva Yidam and all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and my gurus that I took refuge in. I always follow my gurus. So it's like they are the emperors and I am the ministers. So toward my master, I would be extremely loyal, and I would give my body and soul to them, or let them be in charge of my body and soul. So this is lineage. That's how lineage is. By all means, never be like X. The last time we met, she came That's how I am. So what would you do?
我就是这样啊。现在你怎么办？
That's how I am. So what would you do?
真的凉拌。我说什么都可以给你。
And I said,
你要求什么，我什么都给你。
whatever you want, I give to you. And whatever requests you have, I let you have them. Any chapters that want to follow you, any people that want to follow you, go ahead. Or temples that you want, all for you. But after that, on October 3rd night, the intangible thousands of ghost soldiers and horses came to take care of me, to kill me. So by all means, never be like her. You have to be like Grandmaster. You always want to respect your own lineage gurus, your yidams, protectors, all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. You want to respect them all. Please don't fight for things on earth, territories or fame. What use are they? If I had taken the white pill, I would go deep into the mountain and cultivate spiritually, then I would become a sage. But this kind of phenomena does exist in samsara, like betrayals and disciples that turn their backs against you. And of course, like last night, Master Lien O said, inviting Grandmaster to go back so that the missiles become dragonflies and the battleships become yachts and cruises. You know, Grandmaster never does this kind of thing. Why don't you go to San Francisco and invite X to do those? Because during the era of Li Tenghui, there were missiles being shot to Taiwan. And she claimed that she made her body to be as big as Taiwan. And then she hugged the island of Taiwan. So the missiles fell outside Taiwan, just over the seas, and never touched Taiwan because she used her body to protect Taiwan. So where's Lien O? Why don't you invite her? She could do such things. She could embrace or hug Taiwan, made herself as big as Taiwan. But I don't do that. I just spread Buddha Dharma. I'm not good at those braggings and those kind of tricks. And X went to Aceh province in Indonesia, and there was tsunami that killed a lot of people. And she went there and set up a memorial tablet. And she of course performed Bardo deliverance. And all the spirits in the Aceh province did not want to be Bardo delivered because they were Muslims. And but the deliverance is Buddhist. So X flew to the sky and transformed herself to become Allah. And then all the spirits followed her, and they were all about to deliver to the XX hall. So that's why I asked her, what form is Allah? How did you transform into Allah? Because up till now, there was no single being that has seen Allah. Even in the Muslim mosque, there were no statues or images. So how did you make yourself to become Allah? That's the question. Of course, she was just blowing her horn. And she's blowing the dinosaur's horn. And Grandmaster sometimes is blowing the cow's horn, but not the dinosaur's horn. So Master Lin, oh, why don't you go to San Francisco and invite her to become as big or bigger than Taiwan, covering Taiwan? Taiwan would be safe. Even when the missiles are directed, then she can block them with her skirt. She would take her chanting beads and then bind the missiles and then bring it to a remote, uninhabited place and then drop it there. Why don't you go there? Amitabha. So let me talk a little bit about Lamdre. What else is there? It's 50 minutes already? So fast. 4:39 now. Okay, just let me read a piece. The theory of the perfect three seeds of the wisdom potential chi is the basic 5 chi as primary chi, each of which circulating 900 breaths are called the Buddha seed, and the ground 225 chi, each evenly circulating, are the consort seeds, and the chi gathering and dwelling at the eyes and other branches are the seeds of the bodhisattvas and goddesses. All the 24 groups of 900 breaths are the seeds of the bodhisattvas and goddesses. And the surrounding chi that can circulate and stay on the skin and hair, etc., is the special branch chi that it can stay at the right place and also move to other places. It's the seeds of the wrathful males and females. If I don't explain it, you will not understand about this piece. Now, by telling you, you would know. This Lamdre book is really verbose. So it talks about all the seeds of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and where and all the different positions. So how you discern it based on the wisdom potential chi. The 5 basic chi are the upper chi, lower chi, peripheral chi, the fire accompanying chi, and the heart chi, or the heart chi is at the heart. The upper chi is at the upper half of the body, and then the lower chi at the lower body, and the peripheral chi is around the body, and the chi that's accompanying the fire is called the fire accompanying chi. They are the 5 chi. So circulating 900 breaths are the Buddha seed. As I said, in your body, There are Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakinis, seats.
那么它这个900级是什么？
What are the 900 breaths?
完全呼吸进去，
The complete breathing
由方便气
that you do.
智慧气，所以称为知气。
So the qi that is transformed from convenient qi into wisdom qi, that's why it's called the wisdom potential qi. So qi that has entered into the central channel is called the wisdom qi.
你这900级就是
And then if you gather it for 900
到中脉一共有
breathing,
900个呼吸，
so with complete breathing 900 times
你身体
entering into the central channel, then you would have Buddha's seat inside your body,
这里讲
the seat of the Buddha.
225气，各
And 225 qi
为明辉座，
evenly circulating are the consort's qi. So for consort, you need 225 complete breathing that enters into the central channel, not just the normal
进
breathing.
入中脉，一共有
It has to enter into the central channel.
900个
And for a total of 900 breathings for Buddha, Buddha's seat, and for consort seat, you need 225 breathing. And on the eyes are the bodhisattvas and goddesses' seats, and 24 groups of 900 breathing. So 24 bodhisattvas and 900 breathings are the seats of the bodhisattvas and goddesses. And the surrounding and peripheral qi that stay on the skin and hair, that can stay and also move, and they are the seats of the wrathful deities. So the peripheral qi, the joints, are the wrathful deities. So the peripheral qi usually are on the surrounding areas. Now you understand. So one breath or one breathing. So with 900 complete breathings that make the qi enter into the central channel. So the 225 qi is also 225 complete breathings that make the qi enter into the central channel. So it only counts when the qi enters into the central channels. Otherwise, it doesn't count. And then once the qi enters into the central channel, it's called the wisdom qi. Then it becomes different. That's why the treasure vase energy yoga is extremely important. Guru Padmasambhava has said that all the merits come from the treasure vase energy yoga, because through the treasure vase energy yoga you can make the qi to enter into the central channel. Only through the treasure vase energy yoga can the qi enter into the central channels. So Guru Padmasambhava has said this, that all merits come from treasure vase energy yoga. Without the wisdom qi inside the central channel, it's impossible for you to experience bliss, to generate clear light radiance, or to discover empty nature. You cannot merge into the empty nature. Only by having the clear light radiance you can merge into the empty nature. In order to generate or experience bliss, you need the wisdom qi. In order to generate the clear light radiance, you need this wisdom qi. In order to merge into the empty nature, you need the wisdom qi. So it's said here very clearly, you need 900 qi. You need 900 breathing that makes the qi enter into central channels in order to have the seats of the Buddha. Only this is Buddha Dharma. Not how much for the pillars, how much for the tiles, and those become merits. No, those are just good fortunes on earth. They are not called merits. They are not merits. The Emperor Liang said, I've built so many temples. The merits must be huge. And Buddha Dharma said, no merits whatsoever. The Emperor Liang said, with the capital at Nanjing, although it was called Jiankang, built many temples. The Northern Wei dynasty and the Qi dynasty at the south, and the Wei dynasty in the north. And the south belongs to Emperor Liang of Wu. He built many temples, and he asked Bodhidharma, I've built so many temples and I support so many monks and nuns. So don't I have great merits? And Bodhidharma said, no merits whatsoever. Why? Because that's not spiritual cultivation. That was not Buddha Dharma. Buddha Dharma. That was just your good fortune. After building a temple, you gain good fortune and you can be reborn in the heavenly realms. That's all. That's the most you can reach. You cannot attain Buddhahood or Bodhisattvahood. But the key here, we are talking about Buddha Dharma and spiritual cultivation. So can X do this kind of things? Now, this is my explanation. She doesn't understand any of this. She just knows about building big temples, more and more territories, more and more income, and she wants more true Buddha disciples. Or all the best. But for this, you have to truly comprehend it. So have you transformed your convenient qi into wisdom qi that enters into the central channel? I asked Golden Mother if X had ever practiced meditation, and Golden Mother replied, no. She had no time. She spent her time blowing her horn. How could she quiet her mind and enter into meditation? That has to be done every day. How could she have time for that? Xiaoming said, what bad luck. I got 0 for my math test. And my granddad said that you're useless one. And mom said, you stupid. And dad was the most direct. And didn't he scold you? Oh, he just told me to get out and get lost. If you just stress the importance on building temples, on expanding your territories, or on your psychic fortune telling, then of course your spiritual cultivation is just 0. Zero. The wife asked the husband to wash the dishes, but he didn't want to say no. So he told the 10-year-old son, now it's time for you to train washing dishes, then in the future you can help your wife. And the son replied, oh, no need. I can just ask my son to wash the dishes. So they're all very lazy.
我自己的碗自己洗哦，我告诉你哦。
I wash my own dishes, right, 师母？
对不对？
Right?
我自己吃的碗，我早上吃的盘
The
子，
bowl and plate that I use for breakfast with 2 cups, I wash them myself.
习惯，
I'm used to
我
it,
是自己洗，对不对？
right?
对，我都是自己洗哦。
Always wash them myself. So you want to train yourself to be diligent. The same with spiritual cultivation. You need to be diligent.
赶快把握住时间，好，
Please make best use of your time. Please be diligent in your spiritual cultivation.
小明说：“当老师真好。”
Xiaoming said, "It's good to be teacher." And the teacher asked, in what area?
漫画书、打游
And
戏、
Xiaoming said,
打雁、
reading the comic books, playing the games. You don't need to spend money. You can just get the students.
我告诉大家，修行没有所谓的期待，绝对没有。从别人身上拿一些东西，
So spiritual cultivation cannot be substituted. If you get something from other people's, it's not yours. You have to practice it yourself.
修出来，
You have to practice it yourself, and you have to
在这里也要告诉
have
大家
that attainment, gain that yourself.
台湾以后，
So here I also like to tell you that upon my return to Taiwan,
扰的话，
if you still receive disturbances here, please recite Mahabala's mantra.
念麻利支天的咒，念黑面金母的咒，
And
这3尊都可以降服。
Mahabala's mantra, Akala's mantra, and the black-faced golden mother. Mahabala, Marichi, and the black-faced golden mother. Mahabala, Marichi, and the black-faced golden mother's mantras.
麻利
So you recite the mantra
也可以念他的经，
or the sutra of Marichi,
再不行，你们用那个米衣收煞，米衣收煞，
and if it doesn't work, you can use
可以做。
the practice of the rice and cloth
灾难的话，赶快
to
3尊
to eradicate
哦，
negative
大力金刚，大力金刚，
energy or evil spirit.
麻利支天，
So you can pray to these 3 deities, Mahabala, Marichi, the black-faced golden mother. Or you can perform
受干扰，
the practice of using rice and cloth to capture the evil spirit. Then you use this method to alleviate it, or else you have to endure it for 6 months.
不然你只好忍耐半年。
If you can't self yourself, then you have to wait for half a year for Grandmaster to come back and save you.
祝福大家，
I
我们跟你
wish you well. Oh, Mani Bami Hum. I wish you well.